everyone, welcome back to our channel, and for today's video we're gonna talk about how we met Brandon and I. So I know some of you guys are very excited to know about our love story, and shall we start na?
So why a Filipina? The short answer is I just couldn't find the right woman here in the United States. And also I had really grown to not care for the American lifestyle. And so along the way, the Philippines became an option for me. And doing my research, I ended up coming across a lot of blogs from LDR couples and mixed marriage couples that either lived here in the United States or there in the Philippines. And in watching these vlogs, it got me interested in potentially meeting a Filipina. And I thought, why not? I'm a mestizo anyway, so it'd probably work. Wila and I met on a website called DaytonAsia.com. And the reason why I chose that website was I didn't know of any other website to begin with, but one of the vlogs that I watched was from Jake and Jessette. And in their video about how they met, they spoke about how they met on that website. So what I did was I set up a profile and I copied everything that Jake said that he put on his profile. So Jake, I owe you, big time. Navigating through that website wasn't the easiest thing in the world. There was just so many people and it was pretty overwhelming at times. At one point I ended up canceling my account and just kind of walking away from the idea for a little bit. But eventually I came back and I set up another profile, and this time I kept seeing this profile popping up in my feed, and it was Wila. And I really wanted to talk to her, but in her picture she looked like such a model that I thought that it was probably fake. That maybe somebody found that picture online and, on the other side, they really didn't look like that. So I kind of avoided it for about a month. But because it kept popping up, I took it as a sign and I just had to see for myself. So I sent her a message and I probably said something like, hi, how you doing? I think you look really pretty in your photo. Best of luck to you here. And I didn't think that I was going to get a response, but eventually I did. And when I did, I sent her a message back. I said, hey, can we talk on Facebook Messenger? Here's my Facebook handle, send me yours, and we can talk sometime soon. Well, without any warning, within about 2 minutes, I ended up getting a phone call from Wila, and I was really surprised, but of course I answered it. And as soon as I did, there she was, just sitting there with these big eyes and this ear-to-ear grin, and she let out this really weird noise, but I think she was just excited. Just as much as I was, probably. The conversation was super short, but it was really cute. She had to get ready for her retail job and go to work, so we hung up, agreeing that we would talk again sometime soon. Eventually we were able to chat again, and when we did, it just felt super natural. I mean, there was no pause at all in our conversation, and everything just kind of went with a good flow. And I wanted to continue chatting with her because, unlike anybody else that I had chatted with from the website, Wila was really good about asking me questions about me. She was really curious about me and very interested about my life. And when someone takes an interest in you, it makes you feel special, and that's exactly how she made me feel. My first impression of Wila was really, really good because of the fact that she had even called me like that to see if I was real. That made me feel really good about her personality and her character. And plus, by doing that, I was able to verify that she was real, and I was also able to verify how beautiful she is. It took Wila and I about 3 months to make everything official. We started out just chatting as friends, which was really important to me because, being that there's 8,000 miles between her and I, it's not like a normal relationship where you can see somebody's natural reaction. So I wanted to really take the time to make sure that, I felt comfortable with her, and I wanted to make sure that she was really comfortable with me. And then beyond that, I wanted to make sure that her parents were comfortable with the fact that her and I were even talking. So before I even attempted to take the relationship further, I wrote her parents a card and basically asked them if I could have their blessing to court her. Her parents agreed to allow us to move forward, and so once her and I got on that level, I had to tell her that I loved her. And I loved her since day one. I just had to keep it inside, just to be sure for both of us. So shortly after that, Willa and I agreed that it was time for her and I to start planning my trip to come visit, so we could have our first meeting. And we agreed that I would come there in February. And we were able to spend almost 30 days together. As soon as I arrived, Willa and I, we hit the ground running. It still felt like, we had known each other our whole lives. And everything went perfect. The only thing that went wrong is when I came back home, because literally, like I said before, maybe a week and a half later, the whole world shut down. But we're not going to focus on the shutdown. We're going to focus on when Willa and I met. Here's some pictures of the first trip together that Willa and I took. Take a look.